What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrubby here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are all having an absolutely fantastic day. I know I am, and no joke, no scam, absolutely no scam involved at all. If you press the like button, you'll get $1 billion from a genie. Yeah, that's right, okay. I actually did an FDA study, and it's verifiably true that if you press the like button, you will get a genie, and you can ask for unlimited money. So, if you like money, press the like button, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help you out, alright? Welcome back to Storytime, children. I want you to gather around, grab your pitchforks, and get ready to be angry, alright? This story is something that I experienced. It definitely wasn't the dopest moment to ever exist, and obviously there were things, if I could go back in the past and change, I would, but it was a little bit too little too late. As you can tell from the title, today we're talking about a kid that ended up stealing $30,000 from his parents. Yes, that is a massive amount of money, alright? That is the amount of money that it costs to, like, buy a BMW. Basically, this kid that I went to high school with would always, go out of his way to buy everybody everything, and we just thought that, he was a super chill dude whose parents were like loaded and just let him do whatever he want. But come to find out, he was just taking his mom's credit card and did some very bad things with it. I'm going to be telling the story of what went down today, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now, there is something awkward in this story. I kind of did have a sugar daddy, all right? At the moment, I didn't think it was like that, but that's definitely what it was. You see, in high school, me and my friends were big into Xbox. Like, we were some Xbox gamers, okay? We all wanted to be FaZe Clan, Billy Bob 420, Miley Cyrus, Sniper 12. Like, all of us were super into FaZe Clan and Xbox, and because of that, we kind of had made our clan and were convinced that we were going to become the next big trick shotters. We all had our Elgatos, and we would spend hours and hours every Friday night, like, just chilling in six-mans trying to hit trick shots on Call of Duty. I know most of that wasn't English to a lot of you, but let me put this in perspective. Me, big nerd, no girl, likey. Me, big, nerdy nerd, no friends. And me and my friends that I would play Xbox with took our clan stuff pretty seriously, and I was like the leader of this clan. And most people at school like knew it existed because we were pretty cringe and we would brag about it. All right, in retrospect, I can understand why I got ditched on by my homecoming date. Okay, I was a bit of an Xbox nerd. I'm not even going cap. We were pretty nerdy, but most other nerdy kids would ask to join our clan or, like, ask to be a part of our trick-shotting team, and we thought it was pretty exclusive. Like, I thought we were pretty dope, I thought we were going to be the next FaZe Clan, and I'd be like, well, you'll have to try out. And there was this new kid that came to our school who was, like, apparently super into Xbox, and I had a class with him, and me and him started talking, and he actually seemed like a pretty chill dude. And I asked if he wanted to play Xbox with us, and next thing you know, every night when we were logging on to play Xbox, he was logging in and joining our party. So he ends up joining our trick-shotting team, and he starts telling us that his dad, like, owns a gaming company and can sponsor us and, like, get us cool stuff and all this free stuff. And we're like, yo, that's dope. Are you serious? And he's like, yeah. And this should have been red flag number one because our YouTube channel only had, like, maybe 2,000 subscribers on it, okay? Like, it was a trick-shotting channel, and I'm pretty sure half of the subscribers were us on all of our accounts. Like, it was definitely not anything that a businessman would want to sponsor. There was no way anyone with an actual business mind would ever want to give a sponsorship to a channel with 200 subs that was a bunch of lame kids in high school spinning in circles on Call of Duty. But he tells us that he can. And he says that his dad has sponsored us and that we're all going to get new monitors. And at the time, most of us were playing on TVs. This is like back in the day when monitors weren't really super common for gaming. Now, most people game on a monitor, like a lot of people do. But at the time, it was just like Modern Warfare 2 on the Xbox 360. So monitors weren't super common. And we're like, yo, that's sick. And sure enough, one day at everyone's, he asked for everybody's address and monitors show up. I got 2. Most of my friends got 1. He said he got me 2 because I was the leader of the clan. And we're like, dude, that's crazy. Like, we actually have a sponsor right now, all right? And there were 12 people in our clan, and everybody got at least 1 monitor. I ended up getting 2, which, made me think that this is legit, because that's what, at the time, $2,000-$3,000 worth of monitors that kid had just dropped on us. And then he started making demands. He's like, yo, my dad says that we have to release a montage on these dates, or he won't sponsor us anymore. And, like, I don't know why. In retrospect, it was super obvious that this was just not legit. Like, it doesn't make any sense now, but at the time, I was like, yo, I got a monitor, we're sponsored. His dad wants us to release this montage. Like, sick, awesome. So I'm playing on our monitors for whatnot, and we're just having a good time in this little clan, and we're just like having a good time. And on Xbox back in the day, it cost you $10 to change your name. I'm not really sure if you guys, knew that. I'm probably is still the same today. I'm not really sure. Like, I've never really changed my name on Xbox Live anymore. But back on Xbox 360, you had to pay $10 to change your name. And like I said, we had 12 members. And he comes to me one day and he says, hey, man, I want to change the name to this. Like, it's for my dad's sponsorship. He says we need to change our name to this. And I was like, all right, well, you're going to have to give us a little bit to get everybody enough money to change their name. And he's like, no, I'll pay for it. And on the spot, paid $120 for everyone to change their name. Like, everybody changed their name right away, and I was like, wow, that's incredible. And, back in the day, recording gaming was pretty hard. Like, Elgato and GameCap and, like, all that stuff was pretty rare. And there were a bunch of kids in our, like, clan that didn't have Elgatos and, like, the old Elgato that only recorded in 30 frames per second, which was getting outdated. Like, basically, to record gaming stuff back in the day was a bit of a pain in the butt. And new capture cards, the ones that were super, super HD quality, cost in the ballpark of $200-300 a piece. And sure enough, he buys 12 of them. So at this point, if you're kind of keeping track, he's in the ballpark of $6,000-7,000 that he spent on us, like a week of joining our little trick shot clan. And even I'm like, wow. We're not making any money on YouTube. Like, your dad must see a ton of potential in this, because that's crazy, man. You spent like $7,000 between everybody getting, everything that they needed, the capture cards, everybody getting whatever they wanted in terms of like their name changes. This guy was basically buying monitors, everything we needed to be like a super serious gaming team, which, like I said at the time, I don't know why I wasn't super suspicious, but it was around this point that I started to get fishy. I'm like, why is his dad giving him all this money? Like, where is he getting this from? That's weird. And also, I had never talked to the dad, all right? Like, I've always really loved YouTube and like the business side of YouTube. I think it's super interesting. And so I wanted to talk to his dad about it. And he kept making excuses of why I couldn't talk to his dad. And after a while, I keep getting Elgatos, I keep getting monitors. I was like, whatever, I guess his dad is really busy. He seems really busy. So we just won't talk about it. And we get all this stuff. Everybody's super hyped. He's obviously super popular. I mean, the kid who gives you, $500 worth of technology a week after you know him obviously seems like a really nice guy. Like, almost too good to be true, Like, wow, this is super weird. Why wouldn't his dad be investing this money in FaZe Clan? This is kind of bizarre. And like I said, in retrospect, I should have been suspicious from day one, but for some reason I wasn't. And then came what was really crazy. So about a week goes by, we didn't get anything new, and then some kid starts saying that, hey, my computer can't run the Elgato, I really appreciate it, can I send it back to you so your dad can return it? And he goes, wait, what computers does everybody have? And everybody tells him, and we were all like broke high school kids, so none of us were rocking an i9 or an i7. And he goes, hold on, and orders 12 like $2,000 gaming laptops. So at this point, this kid is well over $30,000 he spent on us. Like, I think it ended up being $1,700 a laptop he was telling us out of nowhere, and ships it all to our house. So, like I said, we're around $31,000 this kid has spent on a group of kids on Xbox in like the last week, which definitely is a little bit bizarre, okay? I love my Xbox friends, but you would never catch me dead spending $31,000 to buy everybody a laptop, or like everybody in Elgato. So we're like, wow, this kid is super generous. And at this point, I pull him aside, I said, hey man, I need to talk to your dad. Like, I have to thank him. There's no way I can keep letting this happen. Like, I have to speak to him and thank him myself. And he goes, oh yeah, my dad travels on business a lot, which is why I'm always up so late, is because I have to talk to him about what to do with the clan. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. That's fine. And so I thought. So after that, about 2 more weeks go by, and then it's a new month. Like, we kind of started hanging out right at the end of one month and the start of another, and so by the time the new month rolled around is when we were still like hanging out. It had been about a month at this point. Nothing crazy had happened since. Were obviously super grateful for our laptops. Everybody was super impressed, like, wow, we're becoming like a really serious gaming team thing. And then one day, I'm sitting in class and I get called to the office, and everyone from our Xbox clan is there except for the kid. And we walk in and there's these people there, and we don't recognize them, except they looked kind of like the kid. So I'm pretty smart. I can deduct that these are the kid's parents, and I don't know what's going on, but I think we're in trouble. And the principal kind of says, all right, we're going to question all of you separately, but we need to talk to you about some stuff. Is that all right? And all of us are like, yeah, sure, no problem. Because we didn't think anything was wrong. We're like, wow, I wonder what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on. This is weird. So they start pulling us in one at a time, and they start kind of just asking us questions. So like, do you know this kid? And I'm like, yeah, we play Xbox together. And he goes, hey, he's saying that you guys all coerced him into buying you things. Is that what happened? And I was like, no. He would just offer. He said his dad was like really rich and wanted to sponsor our gaming team. And, he started sending us stuff. Like, he asked for our addresses and started sending us stuff. And she's like, oh, okay, well, all right, thank you. And obviously all of us had the same story. None of us were like, yeah, we begged him to, because like we didn't ask him to do anything, okay? He was just started sending stuff. Like, it wasn't like that at all. So they pull us all apart separately, and obviously we all have the same story. They were basically trying to see if we're, like, lying or covering something up or, like, trying to coerce him. But I guess what had happened was this kid's mom had gotten her credit card bill, right? And saw $31,000 worth of purchases. And I went to a pretty affluent school, so, like, a credit card with that limit sounds insane, but it was relatively normal for my school. So she sees this and immediately confronts him, and he breaks down crying and starts saying that all of his Xbox friends forced him into buying this stuff. Like, we held him down and we're like, you need to buy us this stuff or we won't be your friends anymore. So they obviously contacted the school to try to figure this out, and the school's like, interesting, well, let's talk to the kids. So all of us kind of are like, no, that's definitely not what happened. This kid just started buying us stuff for no reason, and like, this is insane. So we kind of come back into the room all together, and his parents are there, and his parents are kind of like, can you tell us what happened? Like, we want to hear it from you too. So I end up telling him the story about what happened, of how he joined our gaming team and then sent everybody, you know, this stuff in the monitors, and we were like, oh, thank you. And then out of nowhere, he sent these Elgatos. We're like, oh, thank you. And then one person had a computer, so we bought everybody a laptop. And his mom just starts crying, and she's like, my son stole $31,000 from my credit card. Is there any way that we can get the stuff back? Like, can we have the stuff back so we can try to return it? And we're like, yeah, of course. I don't know if we have all the original boxes, but like, we can try our best. So everybody goes home and is frantically trying to get everything together. A lot of people had thrown away their boxes because it had been like a month on the monitors. And his parents ended up selling a lot of the stuff to us. Like, we could buy it at a discounted price, which, I mean, we didn't have to do. Like, obviously, if I wanted to slam the door on his mom's face and be like, screw off, your son stole, lol, good luck, like, I could have done that. But I felt really bad for her. So a lot of us ended up buying the monitors for a steep discount, and I never saw the kid again. I don't know if he got sent to military school or what, but I know if I stole $30,000 from my mom, I would definitely get in trouble. And a moral of the story is, don't steal your mom's credit card and buy a bunch of kids on Xbox $31,000 worth of electronics. It's just not a good idea. But yeah, on that note, guys, that's going to do it for the video. That's really all there is to the story of this kid stealing $31,000 from his mom. You shouldn't do it, and I kind of had a sugar daddy for a while, which is pretty lit, I guess. But yeah, on that note, press the like button, subscribe if you're not already, comment down below, all that good stuff. Today's notification shout out goes to jmontoya777777. Big ups to you for having on notifications. If you want a notification shout out, all you gotta do is turn on notifications, send me a screenshot at my Instagram at Scrubby. And on that note, hope you guys have an incredible day. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. I'm out. Peace.